Hi everyone, welcome back to another Warrior Cats news video. Nothing super crazy this time around, but there are some updates that I think are interesting enough to talk about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first off, we got a better look at the Warriors Deluxe Limited Edition for Into the Wild. Here it is. Wow, how cool and neat and something. Yeah, I don't know how much to say. We got a better look at it, so let's go over what it says. So, we got exclusive, never before seen chapter, which, as was later confirmed by Vicky, she did in fact write this new chapter. So, what will it add? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what this new chapter could add to Into the Wilds. It's just kind of like there will be something new at least to make it, unique enough and different enough from the original release. So it's kind of a we'll see situation. Also, we got an intricate foil case design, gorgeous, highly designed end papers, and custom designed edges. Ooh. I mean, it certainly is a collector's edition, I guess, or like deluxe limited edition. I mean, it looks interesting enough. They're clearly trying to replicate the style of, the graphic novel design with the way that it's, as you can see, it mirrors that. But at the same time, they are trying to appeal to that, more older audience with, a deluxe. That's mainly the reason you do deluxe editions or limited editions or collector's editions, is to appeal to, an older audience who, theoretically, would have the money to spend on this. I say this as someone who will spend my money on this, probably. Even though I own, 2 versions of this book already? I own the original print and I own a reprint. But what's one more? Probably several, because I am interested in getting the international editions. But that's, a later side quest discussion. But, we got a better look at it, at least. And, new chapter. Could it be interesting? Honestly, probably not. Even with Vicky coming back to write it, it is a little, will it be good? Will it add anything? Can you really add a new chapter 20 plus years after the original was written that will add anything of substance? Best case scenario, it's like the bonus chapters for arcs 5 and 6 that they had from the HarperCollins or the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions where they're cool, but kind of necessary. Best case scenario, they're just cool. But now, with all that said, let's get into the real meat and potatoes. So, last time, we got confirmation that Arcs 2 and 3 of the Warrior Cat series would be adapted in graphic novels. And we finally got more information. So, the previous artist and writer and designers will not be returning. Instead, we'll have some new people. So we got this confirmation from the lovely Sammy Savos. Apologies, I don't say your name correctly. They confirmed that they'll be the illustrator of they say books 4 through 6, which I just assume is volume 4 through 6, which is interesting. I'll talk about that in a sec. But they will be the illustrator essentially, which is interesting because if you look at some of their art, which I pulled this from their Twitter, this is a design of one of their cats. I don't know who Ophi is. I assume it's maybe an OC or something. I don't know. But this is kind of an idea of what their design process could be when it comes to drawing cats in Warrior Cats. And, it's cute. Cute cat. It is visually distinct from the Prophecies Begins, thing. From the Prophecy Begins, from the cats. But it does invoke that style, which is very expressive, very emotive, very fluffy. You have to have fluffy cats. This is a requirement. And honestly, it does, it does instill the fact that this will probably look a very pleasant book. But back to this, something that they mention, which is, so 2 things. First off, they say it's for publication in summer 2026. So when they said accelerated schedule, we were kind of thinking that it will come out next year, and that is definitely looks like the case. Although the way it's worded doesn't mean it says for publication in summer 2026. That doesn't mean all of them will come out. starting in 2026 or summer 2026 or what? I'm assuming book 4 will come out in 2026 and it'll go from there. But speaking of book 4, here it names that books 4 through 6, which means that even though because here's the weird thing about this graphic novel adaptation, it called it Warriors: The Prophecies Begins Volume 1, which means if this is correct, which let's say it is, that Midnight and Moonrise's adaptation will be called The New Prophecy Volume 4, which is kind of weird. I mean, I was wondering how they would do this, but I guess they'll just say it's Volume 4 of the graphic novel adaptation. Subtitle is different. Just roll with it. Don't know. I thought that was interesting design choice. Yeah. Also, if they have different artists, are they going to keep the style that they established with the first 3, which is kind of like a manga-esque cover? I'm wondering. That'd be cool if they did. They probably will keep things consistent. But yeah. Also, does this mean that the people who did the first 3, is it gonna be an alternate thing where they do the odd numbers and these people do the even numbers? I don't know. We don't know. If it's if that's the case, that gives them time to develop things, figure things out. If that they don't do that and they just bring a different artist and writer for each one, that'd be kind of weird, but I would kind of dig it because that would mean that a lot of different artists and writers could have a chance to impact the Warriors world. That would be cool. Speaking of the Warrior world, we also got confirmation from Gibson Twist, who will be writing the scripts. You can look into what he's written in the past. I took a look. Seems some pretty decent stuff. I think it's interesting that they're bringing in new people to write and art for Warrior Cats again. Will they rotate? Will they pass back and forth? Who knows? Who's to say? But I am excited to see that they are in fact moving along, and of course giving the artists and writers time to properly develop this, and it's not rushed and overdone. It still could be. I do have a lot more hope now. As far as the graphic novel adaptation, I have hope that it'll be good. Obviously, that could change, but I'm optimistic. I probably shouldn't be, but I am. But yeah, that's all the Warrior Cats news that we have right now. Although, you know what? I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it because I think it looks neat. We got the full art for StormClan's Folly. This will be the hardcover version. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so neat. Look at those trees. You probably can't see the trees. I don't know. I don't have anything else more to talk about. But yeah. Warrior Cats news. Will this be a monthly series? Maybe. Who knows? Who's to say? But yeah. That's the news for the month. See you next month, maybe. Have a fantastic day, everyone.